I'm trying to figure out what else y'all thought was going to happen. What else y'all thought was going to happen? The disrespect stops here. The disrespect stops here. Run it, man.
This champ talk, shooting shots, they just want me to fade. But my game made when I'm getting buckets today. Crossover, pull up, bet you fall for the hezzy. Game 7, prime time is butterflies on your belly. Now can you do it? Folding under the pressure, boy, can you do it? If you going, show them who better. Don't let the game slip and don't get caught in the lights. Crown me, yeah, Jordan taking off on the
Baby,
flight.
give me all the rings right now, we the champions. We the champions. I do my thing right now and it can't be done. They said it can't be done. Give me all the rings right now, we the champions. We the champions. I do my thing right now and it can't be done. They said it can't be done.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Open Gym, powered by Sports Network. I'm your host, AB. Comments, subscribe. Y'all already know what time it is. Start playing right now. Super Bowl champions. Super Bowl champions. Sing it. Let's go, man. It's your boy AB. This is Open Gym, powered by Philly Sports Network. I'm your host, AB. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get all that out the way. We won the Super Bowl! Stop playing with me. Let me take these glasses off. Stop playing with me. What else did y'all think was going to happen? I tried to tell y'all week in and week out, what did you guys think was going to happen when we played the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl 59? Not a dang thing. I told you they didn't play anyone like us. They didn't play a defense like us. They didn't play against a quarterback like us all year. And we're going to hop right into it, man. Jalen freaking Hurts. Jalen freaking Hurts. Where is that? Y'all got to stop playing with my boy. Stop it. Y'all see it. I told y'all, man. He just do it different. He just do it different. He just do it different. He might not throw it like you want him to throw it. He might not play the game like you want him to play it. But guess what he does? All he does is win. Win. What's the song? Win. Win, 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 win. Win. Stop playing. That's all he does. The comeback after losing to the Chiefs 2 years ago, to come back, get his revenge. He played sensational in the first game. And the first time they met in the Super Bowl, the D didn't have the defense to back it up. But this year, we got the defense to back it up. And we're going to get into it, obviously. But we're going to start with Jalen Hurts. Because all those guys that you heard all week, all year long, Jalen this, Jalen that, Jalen can't do this, Jalen can't do that. He can't read defenses. What he going to do when he play against another good quarterback? When he beat every last good quarterback that you thought was better than him. The Joe Burrows, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, and now Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl MVP. Within 3 years, 2 Super Bowl appearances and won one. 2-time Pro Bowler. Stop playing with that guy. And I'm going to say it here, and I'm going to say it now. I don't want to hear no discussion about no Joe Burrow. I don't want to hear nothing about no Josh Allen. I don't want to hear anything about no Lamar Jackson. All these guys that you put in front of Jalen Hurts, all these guys that you say is better than him, that's going to win championships, that you can win championships with, the one guy that y'all think couldn't do it, went out there and beat the one guy those guys could never beat. Patrick Mahomes stood in Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson's way every single year. They could not beat this man to get to the Super Bowl. But it take the guy that was benched in Alabama for Tua Tagovailoa, won a national championship, that came in, was a second round draft pick, who everyone thought was just a running quarterback, a system quarterback who couldn't play in the NFL, couldn't be a starter, didn't deserve all the money that they gave. He can't be a franchise quarterback. What'd he show y'all? What'd he show y'all? 3 years, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 NFC championships game, 1 Super Bowl win, and an MVP Super Bowl winner. Put some respect on my guy's name, man. And then this organization, Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, within the last 7 years, you go to 3 NFC championship games, win 3 of them, go to 3 Super Bowls, win 2 of them. What we talking about? You talking about a three-peat on us? A three-peat on us? No way, as the great Rob Parker used to say, no way, no how. No way, no how. These are the names that they had in front of Jalen Hurts coming into this season. Well, not even to the season. We talk about when we went into the playoffs, especially. And before I continue, all you analysts, y'all stay on that side. It's a lot of gloating. It's a lot of cheering on Jalen Hurts. It's a lot of different things being said. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. Outplayed this. Outplayed that. It's a lot of this y'all talking about. Y'all wasn't saying this 2 weeks ago. Y'all wasn't saying this a week lead up to the Super Bowl. I was down there in New Orleans. I was in the media rooms. I seen the interviews. I interviewed the players. I interviewed Chris Sims. Y'all go check it out. I interviewed Chris Sims. Now Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback when he had him outside the top 10 earlier in the season. Now Chase Daniel wants to be on TV giving his praises. Ran into him and he telling me he got to show him and all this and the third. He's not this, he's not that. All year long, you picked the Chiefs to win. We ain't going to stop Patrick Mahomes. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Outplayed him. Absolutely. I've always said it. Top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Top 3 quarterback in the NFL. And you're right, and he ain't 3. There's no way with the accolades that he has, but then also just to play. They said, we're going to stop the run. We're going to stop the run, stop Saquon Barkley. They did a great job with that. Saquon Barkley didn't go off. They said we're just going to put it in quarterback hands, but what happened? The same thing he showed at all times, for the life of me, I never understood why people all of a sudden got amnesia as to what the guy's been doing in the NFL. Comeback wins, statistical wins, throwing for many yards. But he's always told you he's always going to do whatever it takes to win the game. He doesn't care about the accolades and the stats. He care about that dub. That dub. That's what it's always been about, winning. That's what it's always been about, is winning. Whatever he needs to do. Whatever he needs to do. Jalen Hurts on the night. 22 passes, completed 17 of them, threw for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on top of that, ran the ball 11 times for 72 yards. My man accounted for 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Once again, within the last 2 Super Bowls, Jalen Hurts is now accounted for 8 touchdowns. The last 2 Super Bowls he has been in. 8 touchdowns. Him, Jalen Hurts, rather rushing or throwing the ball, the single thing that y'all said he couldn't do. Yes, he had made a mistake through the one pick. I don't say it was a bad read. Definitely just a poor throw. Tried to back foot it. That's fine, but what happened? Stay poised, stay together. Stay with it. Seeing guys like Jahan Dotson. At one point they said he had more yards than had more receiving yards than the Chiefs in total in the first quarter. Jahan Dotson, the third wide receiver who we all thought wasn't going to be able to contribute, that Hurts just can't get him the ball. Jahan Dotson, who almost scored. Couple nice passes. A.J. Brown scoring. Smitty with the beautiful. And I told you, Jalen Hurts is probably the best, if not the best, the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. Right in the bucket. Right in the bucket. Right in the bucket. To Smitty. Beautiful pass. Couldn't throw it better than that. They told me McDuffie, top corner in the league. What? Stop it. The run, Chris Jones. Did y'all see him? Did y'all see Chris Jones? Only time there was any semblance of a pressure on Jalen Hurts, it was on blitzes. But then when he started picking blitzes apart, which they also said, oh, Jalen Hurts, you just got to blitz him. Send some extra men. That's going to slow him down. What did he do with that? What did he do with that? I don't think y'all understand this type of vindication for him, this type of vindication for the team, for the players, all those things. This is what it's all about right here. The stupid comment, Cam as well. I'd rather have an MVP than a Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All you had to do was jump on the ball, big dog. You had another chance to be able to go win one. Don't feel salty now. Back to what I was even saying. Going into the playoffs, Colin Cowherd. Oh, yeah, I'm coming at all you guys. We kept the receipts since it started. The top quarterbacks remaining at the start of the playoffs. And who you think he had last out of 8 quarterbacks? Jalen Hurts. And look who we all had: Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford, Jared freaking Goff, the fraud that he is. And I told y'all was going to revert back to what he's done, who he is. Y'all got happy about the Ben Johnson, all that crap. Jaden Daniels, great play. He's going to be great in this league. Absolutely. I'm not going to poo-poo that. But he's a rookie. You're going to sit there and put a rookie in front of a guy who's already been to a Super Bowl? Who's already shown they can show up in big games? Who outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the first Super Bowl if it wasn't for his the Eagles defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed? We talk about twice this man outplayed Patrick Mahomes. CJ Stroud. Stop it. The respect has to come. The disrespect has to stop. The disrespect has to stop. Jalen Hurts is an elite, first of all. Let's start there. An elite quarterback. Because everyone thinks all the time that elite only means you are a talented thrower of the football. Yes, that can be a part of it. Absolutely. Yes, that could be a part of it, but it ain't all of it. Because we all know who the GOAT is, Tom Brady, who did the broadcast last night, who I know was probably ecstatic to see Patrick Mahomes lose last night. But absolutely, look at the GOAT. Look at Tom Brady. He wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't he had the greatest arm. He didn't. But guess what he had? in between the ears, that mindset, first and foremost, that attitude. They laugh at the memes and stuff of Jalen with the hoop earring, with the Kango hat, slacks like MJ. But quarterbacks ain't, no other quarterback got that like him. The will to win, the desire to win. The intangibles matter, people. Talent doesn't win you games all the time. Yes, it can absolutely help. But when the biggest games of them all come around, talent, the intangibles of a quarterback matter. The leadership, the will, the drive, the can-do attitude, the laser focus. On top of also still letting you know, I can throw this rock. I can throw this rock. We talking about in a Super Bowl, your quarterback threw 22 times, completed 17 of the passes. Threw for over 200 yards, which I said he couldn't do, that he wouldn't do, that we would have to lean on Saquon Barkley. And y'all told me all year Saquon Barkley is driving this bus to the Super Bowl. Yes, Saquon Barkley was spectacular this year. But when the one moment when it counted, not that he didn't have a good game, he had a solid game, but they took him out of the game. So you needed your quarterback to go out there and win. And what happened? He showed them, put the ball in my hand. I got you. I'm going to take you to the promised land. I'm going to win this championship. I'm going to win MVP, Super Bowl MVP. I'm going to do that. I got you. Y'all got me here. Y'all helped me out. Y'all alleviated the stress throughout the whole year. But I'm here. I'm here. Woo. Woo. Man, I don't think y'all understand. I'm still even processing this whole thing. It's still haven't, I feel like I played, but it's still haven't even really even like sunk in there as far as what just happened here. Jalen Hurts through his career, thus far, we talking about what, 7 years into the league? 49-27. 49 wins and 27 losses. What we talking about? What are we talking about? Why is that not elite? Why is that not elite, people? Y'all say laugh at the cliche, but all that man does is win. Why isn't he elite? Yes, he doesn't throw his sidearm behind the back, no look passes. We was all happy about that. But can you win the game when it matters? And when we need you to make a play, can you make a play when it matters? He did that. He did that. A.J. Brown only had 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Smith, 4 catches, 69 yards and a touchdown. Jahad Dotson, 2 catches, 42 yards. Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 27 yards. Saquon Barkley rushed 25 times for 57 yards. Spreading the ball around, getting everybody involved. Look, we got fans. Here. Look at them. They sleep. They can't even wake up. Look at them, y'all. They sleep. It's pandemonium in Philly. It's pandemonium. Look at them. Look at them, y'all. They sleep. It's pandemonium in Philly. We put 44 points on them, guys. 44 points on them. 44 points on them, boys. The Kansas City Chiefs. I'm trying to tell them. I'm going to call you guys back. Wait, they want to talk. What you got to say? What's up? What's up? They hug up. But listen, man, it's crazy. I'm ecstatic. Let me calm down because my blood pressure's still a little high. Last night it was mad headaches. After being down in New Orleans the whole week and being back home to be able to celebrate and the fans, be out on Broad Street, have a great time. Gotta calm down. It's early in the week. But this is what I needed to see, and not for me. Let me put that out there now. I didn't need to see this for me because this is something I knew could happen because this is what we've been all year. People just didn't want to believe that this is who the Philadelphia Eagles are, offensively and defensively. This is who our quarterback is. It might not look pretty. He might not do all the fancy things, but he's going to win. He's going to win. Do whatever it takes to win. I mean, how can you put the other guys in front of him? How can you? When the most important games of the season, not back-to-back, we had a couple weeks in between, but back-to-back games of the NFC Championship game to the NFL Super Bowl was the two best games of probably Jalen Hurts' year this year. It didn't have to prove to me, but I was glad it was put on the two biggest stages it could have been on all year. They said the Redskins is hot. Jaden Daniels this, Jaden Daniels that. Love the kid. The defense. 50 burger on him. Put 55 on him. 55 on him. Go to the Super Bowl. Going up against Patrick Mahomes. Going up against the number 4 defense in the league, in the Chiefs. A Spags defense that's going to pressure you, that's going to get after you with blitzes, all exotic blitzes. Andy Reid as the head coach, calling plays, the creativity. What are they going to do to him? Put 40 on him. And don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I know it might say 20. I know the score might be 40-22. It really shouldn't even have that much. It really shouldn't even have that much. The Philadelphia Eagles dominated that game. And if you watched it, you know it wasn't as close or even as competitive as you think it is if you was to just look at the score. It was 40-6 at one point, people. No, I'm sorry, 30. It was 30-6 at one point. It might have been 40. I don't know. The nights are blur. The nights are blur. But they scored 6 points in a super. Listen, I'm about to snap because think about it. This is the second time it's happened. First, it was the NFC Championship game. Now the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles put such a butt whooping on the Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think I've ever seen it before in my lifetime that I've seen a team put in their backups in the Super Bowl with 4 minutes left in the game. The Philadelphia Eagles put backups. Kenny Pickett got more more Super Bowl time than Dak Prescott. Kenny Pickett got time playing in a Super Bowl, more time than Dak freaking Prescott. Think about that, people. Dak Prescott has never even sniffed an NFC Championship game, and Kenny Pickett, a backup quarterback, has now played in an NFC Championship game and a Super Bowl, and not been there for the ride, actually took a snap, the last snap of Super Bowl 59, Eagles versus Chiefs, a 40 excuse me, a 40-22 blowout win. Kenny Pickett took the last snap in a Super Bowl. Yeah, more throws than him, more snaps, everything. Kenny Pickett, people. We put backup defensive players in the game during the Super Bowl. Hence why they got extra points. Put some respect on my quarterback's name. It's done. No Lamar, no Josh, no Joe, and no whoever else you want to put him in there. The only person is Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes isn't great anymore. I would never dare say that. But when it comes to this team, we different. And for the second time, Jalen Hurts has outplayed Patrick Mahomes and now a Super Bowl champion and now a Super Bowl MVP. Immortalized. You can't take that away. You can't take that away. Jalen Hurts, not only giving you 2 touchdowns through the air, throwing over 200 yards, only having to throw the ball 22 times, completed 17 of them. He also gave you 10 rushes for 72 yards. I don't got to put videos up. Y'all watch the game. Most rushing yards by a quarterback in the Super Bowl ever. And now join the likes of, I forgot, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all look it up for me, if it's Joe Montana or somebody of that ilk. The only quarterbacks within 2 Super Bowls have a rushing and a throwing touchdown. Breaking records, setting records while he's doing it. His way. He told y'all. Y'all might not like it the way y'all want it to be done, but he's going to be Jalen Hurts. He's going to play football the way he knows how to play. He is going to be the system. He's going to have the ball in his hands. Let's get to this defense. Vic Fangio should have been the assistant coach of the freaking year, who also has something to prove coming to this game. He heard the news. He heard what they were saying about him. Oh, he's never beat Patrick Mahomes. 0-8. Patrick Mahomes is 8-0 against Vic Fangio's defense. Thank you for that, Drew. Look at this. Jalen Hurts has a passer rate of 109.4 with 525 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception in 2 games in the Super Bowls in Super Bowls in his career. What we talking about? The biggest games of the year. Biggest games of the year. He shows up. But this defense, Vic Fangio had these guys playing all year long. Since 2-2 in that bye week, they never looked back. They never looked back. They never looked back. They said they didn't have the pass rush. Converted a practice squad linebacker to a full-time starter, Zach Bond, with another pick. Starting 2 rookie DBs. Quinyon Mitchell totally shutting down Xavier Worthy. Cooper DeJean with a pick 6. On your birthday, happy birthday, Cooper DeJean. On your birthday, a pick 6 to the crib with it. Can I get a pick Mick 2? It's what they did all year long. And that defensive line, if you want to double and triple team Jalen Carter, this what you gonna get. Leaving one-on-one with guys like Josh Sweat. A 2-sack day for Sweaty. 2.5 sack day for Sweaty. 6 combined tackles. 3 QB hits. And oh boy, Milton Williams. If they ain't know your name before, they know your name now. Number Milton Williams, y'all. Number 93. Y'all got to remember that. And about to get paid. 2 sacks, 4 tackles, 1 QB hit, and a forced fumble. And a forced fumble. And a fumble recovery. The man got his own fumble. Like I said, Zach Bourne still led the team in tackles. 1 QB hit, 1 interception. Cooper DeJean, an interception, 38-yard touchdown run. Jalen Hunt, 5th round pick. Wasn't even supposed to play this year. Out there, got himself in on some sacks. Jordan Davis. They told me he couldn't pass rush. Just a run stopper. What Swaggy Davis do? Go get him a sack. Everybody was eating. And we already know we could talk about the guy. Another one. We could talk about the guy. I know the stats might not show the impact he's been making or has made even on this game. But how you think these guys eating out here? He got in on the QB hits too. He got 2 of them. Jalen freaking Carter. The bread man himself. Baby Rhino. Affecting the game even when he ain't getting stuff in the stat sheet this time. Petrified, that man. At times seeing 3 offensive linemen literally surrounding this man. Because you can't let that man, because that's one man that if he go off, just call the game over. Y'all seen him in the NFC Championship game. Y'all seen him against the Rams in the conference game. Y'all seen it. His defense was spectacular. Out of the 42 dropbacks by Patrick Mahomes, this defense generated 16 pressures and 6 sacks and did not blitz one time. Didn't blitz one time. Here go Baldy, man. He can explain it better than I can. Just look at this pass rush.
This is 3rd and 9 right now. It's a 4-man rush. There's no need to blitz. There's Jalen Carter right in the middle. Nolan Smith outside. Josh Sweat. Here they come. Pockets collapsing right here. Mahomes is going down again. That one, there it is, Milton Williams. I mean, the 4-man rush is destroying this Kansas City Chiefs offensive line. Destroying it right now, and he doesn't like it. But here it is. Here's the straight 4-man rush right here. All right, inside, it's just Nolan Smith outside. They're just staying in the rush lanes, and they're really keeping Mahomes in the pocket. He's got nowhere to go.
It's going crazy down here. We Super Bowl champions. My phone can't stop. The bros on the line, man. We happy. Y'all look at them. What's up, bro?
Address me as such.
Y'all hear him?
Before you talk to me, before you say my name, you say Super Bowl champion first. Address me as such. I don't want to hear nothing else. I'm Super Bowl champion Duda. Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all said Jalen Hurts can't do what?
What they say? They put 44 on them boys.
I'm sorry. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts.
Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts.
Y'all heard him? From now on, you announce and say the name before the name. Super Bowl champion who?
Super Bowl champion.
And Super Bowl MVP who? Jalen Hurts. This is what we do. Y'all see it.
Other Philadelphia organization that did a great job this year.
Look, they ain't even got no voices.
Shout out to Super Bowl. Shout out to Super Bowl champion Cooper DeJean on his birthday.
On his birthday.
On his B-Day.
On his birthday. One more before we go. Let's go.
There's people who died before we got our first championship.
And we seen 2 of them.
I got one more thing to say. Kenny Pickett got more Super Bowl snaps than Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, and Joe Burrow combined.
I just told him that. Got more passing attempts and everything.
Joe Burrow playing chip.
He been there, yeah. Joey been there, but it don't matter. One more.
Let me say one more thing. We going back to the Super Bowl next year. Put some respect on our name. Put some respect on our organization. Put some respect on our city.
Shout out to Jalen Carter, too.
JC.
Shout out to JC.
Drop the mic on him on that one. Drop the mic on him. I tried to tell you. It's the bread man himself. I was just telling him. He might not have the stats, but he affects the game through and through, man. It affects the game through and through, man. The city's on fire. We's having a great time down here in Philadelphia, man. I know the fans are still out there in New Orleans having a great time as well. But this is what we talking about. And y'all just heard him. This ain't an anomaly. This isn't just something that's just there or just happened. This is our second Super Bowl. Our second Super Bowl won in the last 7 years. Our second Super Bowl. This is an organizational philosophy, an organizational structure that wins you Super Bowl. This is what we call, Doug Peterson wasn't wrong when he left. This is the new norm. He might have thought he was be here when it happened, but this is the new norm. This is absolutely the new norm. Back to Baldy, man. Back to Baldy on the pass rusher sensation.
Off here of Josh Sweat. I mean, is that really Kelsey supposed to block him? I mean, that was Kelsey on him. Like, what is he doing on Josh Sweat? How did he get caught like that? Oh, that's bony.
I mean, when are we going to stop trying to block Eagles defensive linemen with tight ends? Do they not remember Brock Purdy getting knocked out the game by Hassan Reddick for that same reasoning? That's what I'm trying to. That defensive line was amazing, and the back end was sensational as well. Because not only you got all the 16 pressures, the 6 sacks on the 42 dropbacks by Patrick Mahomes, a 38% pressure rate, a 38%, almost 40% pressure rate on Patrick Mahomes, and you didn't blitz one person. And this is why.
Here he is in the slot. He's just in zone coverage. Mahomes gets out. He never sees him. Jumps right in front of it. The rookie just playing zone coverage right there and takes it to the house. Like a house call right here, like he's been doing it his whole life. And then the finish right here. The finish to get inside the pylon.
What can I say? One doesn't work without the other. Great pass rush with only 4. You got to have some guys in the back to be able to defend. In all the years I've watched Patrick Mahomes play, I have never seen Patrick Mahomes be so flustered, tap dancing in the pocket the way he was, inaccurate passing by him. All those things. But we did that. I told people, I told people time in and time out leading up to this game, the Chiefs haven't played anyone this year like the Philadelphia Eagles. And their coach knew it. They spoke about how in the pregame interviews that they asked, and Andy Reid said, we got to go out there and be physical because this team is going to be physical. And we came out and was more physical. C.J. Gardner-Johnson hitting Travis Kelce. Travis got up like, woo, yeah. We play downhill. We going to hit you. We not playing that soft stuff. That's Philly football, y'all. That's how football is supposed to be played. That's how football is supposed to be played. We ain't come to play. Being down there, being able to be around the players, being in the hotel rooms with them, being able to, enjoy the family and friends party right the day before the game and everything like that. It was one thing I've seen when I was around them, talking to guys like Jalen Carter and talking to guys like seeing Marlotta in there, talking guys like that. These guys was focused. I've never seen a group of people that focused, that hard. I'm talking about, and it was a calm focus. It was a calm focus. Talking to cats, JC getting the word from coaches, hey man, we know you a game record. We gonna need you. We gonna need everybody, but we know that you can single-handedly change a game by yourself. The impact was felt, but it was felt by the other guys because just like they said that's all the Chiefs was worried about. And for the Chiefs to go into halftime, as long as halftime is, and to come out and still don't know what to do, props to Vic Fangio. And shout out, let's throw the horn for Zach Bond, man. Because he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. If his name was Fred Warner or a bigger name, he would have won it. But there's no way that man should have not won Defensive Player of the Year. And Patrick Surtain is a bull. I'm not going to sit there and act like that. But this year, over 150 tackles, about 6 or 7 picks on the year, about 6 picks on the year, 5 maybe. Might be embellishing because I'm a little excited. Led the league in tackles, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries. The list goes on of what he did all year. And you sitting here trying to tell me that Zach Bond shouldn't have been the player of Defensive Player of the Year, All Pro, Pro Bowler. He shouldn't have been Defensive Player of the Year? How? How could you actually sit there and tell me that? How could you actually sit there and tell me he shouldn't have been the Defensive Player Defensive Player of the Year? There's no way. He had a sensational year, and that man is, guess what? He is about to get paid. How we should have paid him weeks prior to this. But listen, I don't feel too bad paying that man. If this is what you're talking about, it's gonna be something where we gonna get, maybe not be it all the time. We talking about 151 tackles on the year. 93 of them was solo tackles, 11 tackles for losses, 5 QB hits, 5 forced fumbles. Come on, y'all. Started 16 games, obviously. 5 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. And that's not Defensive Player of the Year? That's not Defensive Player of the Year? Come on. Come on. Shout out Zach Bond, yo. Shout out Zach freaking Bond. 55-23. We put 55 on them boys. Man, listen. I need it one more time. I need to play it. I need to play it. I'm sorry. I need to play it. I need. Y'all know the vibes, man. Eagles, Eagles, and I spelt it right, Mayor Cheryl Parker. It's all right. I spelt it right. That's what we do, man. I told people they didn't play anyone like us. We beat Josh Allen. We cooked the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Lamar, my guy, but he ain't Jalen Hurts. We beat Joe Burrow. He got great weapons on the outside too, so I ain't trying to hear that. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Come on. You got guys like C.J. Stroud in front of guys. Dak Prescott, Jaden. Come on. Y'all did this to yourselves. Everyone who talked, y'all did this. Y'all did this. Y'all made this happen. Blame yourselves. Blame yourselves for this butt whooping that was bestowed upon the Kansas City Chiefs. Blame yourselves. Y'all wanted this. Y'all said we couldn't, and we did. Y'all said he can't, but he could. Y'all said Jalen couldn't throw the ball and win you a game, but he did. 220 plus, 2 tutties. Oh, and I'm going to throw 70 yards on the ground and a touchdown as well. Y'all did that. Y'all said Jalen couldn't do all these things, but he did. Y'all said the pass rush wouldn't get to Patrick Mahomes, but they did. 2 sacks by Sweat. 2 sacks by Milton Williams, a forced fumble recovery. Y'all said the D-backs wasn't going to hold up Travis Kelce and those guys. Pick 6 by Cooper DeJean. A pick by Zach Bourne. Quinyon Mitchell, you don't talk about him because guess what? Whoever he guarding, they're disappearing. You won't even. Did y'all see Xavier Worthy until the end of the game? And when he's playing against the backup defensive players, I have never seen a team in the Super Bowl not only put backups in on your offensive side, but also put the backups on defense. In a Super Bowl, that's an ass whooping that no one can say. They can't take that from us. We certify, we solidify, we stamp. This what we do, this Eagles. And it ain't stopping. They talking about the 3-peat with the Chiefs. What we talking? I know next year take care of himself, but let's look at it. Let's look at it. What Jalen Ramsey say in the interview, the sassy interview, you tell me. You tell me what's going to happen. Y'all told me all year that what we couldn't do, so y'all tell me. Y'all tell me Chase Daniels. Y'all tell me Colin Cowherd. Y'all tell me Nick Wright. Come on. You tell me. Y'all got the answer, Sway. You tell me. Come on. Defense sensational. Offensive line sensational. I mean, like I said, look at it. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all like stats so much. Oh, let me go back a little farther. I went too far, but y'all like stats so much. Y'all like stats so much, so let's look at it. Let's look at the stats. We talking about Jalen Hurts being sacked twice and threw 1 pick on his vaunted Steve Spagnuolo defense. Exotic blitzes. But Vic Fangio, his so-called defense that the offensive players said he wasn't a good defensive coach. He wasn't a good DC. He couldn't relate to players. He couldn't motivate guys. His schemes weren't correct for what they needed. Could have fooled the hell out of me. When you talk about 6 sacks on this generation's GOAT, him throwing only a 95.4 passer rating, probably his worst game ever, throwing 32 times, completing 21 of them, 200 and 57 yards. I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice at the end, but then you watch the game, that's all garbage time. 2 INTs. That's all garbage time. That's all garbage time. We was already up 36-6. That's garbage time. This is probably the worst I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play, and we did that. I ain't gonna be like these other stations to talk about how this, that, and the third, Patrick Mahomes did it. No, this defense did that. These guys did that. BG making his return now. He got deuce. He got 2 of them things. Out of the core 4 of Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, and Brandon Graham. Lane Johnson and Brandon Graham got 2 of them things. Free agent pickups. Slay been in Detroit for 8 years. Came to the Eagles. Now he been to 2 Super Bowls and got 1. On possibly his last year, we all know he wants to come back and do 1 more year in the league with the Eagles and finish it out. That's an Eagle now. No Detroit year is gone. CJ Gardner-Johnson had to leave a year, went to Detroit, said probably the worst year of his life being there, come back the year later, told us at the beginning of the year, revenge on the mind, payback on the mind, we going to finish the deal, the emotional leader of this team. What happened? Go out there and do that. And I think that might be number 2 because he might have been on that Saints team that won the championship. Back in Nola, starting 2 corners. Nolan Smith out there. Second year had to step in. Hassan Reddick gone. What is he going to do? Haven't had the big year. Leads the playoffs with 16 pressures by himself. By himself. By himself, 16. Leads the playoffs with 16 of them things. Jordan Davis, they told him just a run stopper. Got another sack. We ain't got to talk about Breadman no more. Baby Rhino, we already know what time it is with that. Moulton Williams, people probably don't even know who that is. Jalen Hunt, 5th round player. Zach Ball, practice squad. N'Kobe Dean got hurt in the last playoff game. Can't play this game, championship game, nor this game. Insert Oren Burks. Defense don't miss a beat. Come on, Cooper DeJean goes out for a play. We all know Avonte Maddox hasn't had the best of year when he was in there. Getting replaced by Cooper DeJean, come in, make probably the play of the game. 4th down. They going right at you. And you make the play of the game to seal the deal for us to send Kenny Pickett out there to take the final snap of the Super Bowl. What we talking about? Slay had to go out. You got Isaiah Rodgers in there making a play on the ball, pass breakup. What we talk about? The best team in the NFL. I've said it all year. Not all year, but after the bye, I've said it. The way they playing, no one else in the NFL was playing like us. No one. On defense or offense. No one. No one. This is what y'all asked for. This is what y'all asked for. Every time y'all said we couldn't, they did. And guess what now? Guess what now? We are Super Bowl champions. Put some respect on my quarterback's name. Put some respect on my defensive name. Put some respect on my head coaches. Nick Sirianni, we ain't going to forget. We all know what it felt like. But did he evolve? Did he grow? Did he learn? Absolutely. Did all those things. Put some respect on. He's a great coach. Hands down. Y'all want to talk about the CEO title and all those things? Like, he's a great head coach. For him to be in this league and be in the playoffs for the last 4 or 5 years, every year, for him to be a part of 2 Super Bowls, and for him to finally win one, that what they went through all year long, the ups and the downs, the different things they have said about the team, about him, got guys like Sean McVay on national TV saying he's the most disrespected and underappreciated head coach in the NFL. He felt that firsthand. Disrespected, got these guys, they play for him. Whether you like him as a coach or not, they play for that man. And it showed. And it showed. Howie Roseman putting together a great roster that he just did. Bringing in a guy like Saquon Barkley, the first year he come to this team, he wins a Super Bowl. The Giants are freaking sick. If they should be ashamed of themselves for sitting there re-signing that GM. Ashamed of themselves. Thank you, New York Giants. Whew. Dynasty in the making? Very quite possibly. We gonna see. But we gonna enjoy this one. We gonna enjoy this one big time. Parade on Friday. Put my shades back on. It's a parade in my city, yeah. It's a parade in my city, yeah. We see y'all Friday. It's a parade in my city, yeah. It's a parade in my city, yeah. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. Put some respect on my guy's name. Put some respect on his defensive name. Put some respect on my coach name. Put some respect on my assistant coach name. Put some respect on my GM, my president, my owner's name, my city name. It's a parade in my city, yeah. Let's go, man. We out of here. Yes, sir.